Discipline over motivation. You know what the difference is? Discipline is doing what you need to do when and where you need to do it, even when you don't feel like doing it. But how can we do this on our bad days, on our terrible days? How can we be consistent over the long run when we hate working out, when we hate going to the gym, when we don't feel like it, when we're depressed and down? I'm going to talk to you about in this video, in this vlog style video, I'm going to tell you how over the last 2.5 years, I've been able to consistently go to the gym 6 and 7 days a week. I'm going to tell you a hack, a mental trick that I've used to really change my mindset to develop motivation in my worst days, in my worst times. So let's go ahead and start off and go over what it's going to take to develop the consistency for the long run to get you the results that you want and the gains that you're looking for. First of all, it starts with patience. You have to have a patient mindset. You have to realize you're in this for the long run. This is not something that's going to come quickly. In fact, the first couple months, you're going to see pretty much no results. You're going to see very little gains at all. These first few months are the most difficult to see and get through because you haven't seen any results yet. So I really encourage you to have a mindset and realization that it's going to take time and you're going to have a very, very patient mindset for the long run. Next, you need to develop a specific workout time and decide how many times a week you are going to work out. I'd recommend working out in the mornings, developing that routine. That way, if something goes wrong, you still have the rest of the day to make up your workout. But decide how often you are going to work out. If you're a beginner, maybe 3 days a week is enough for you. Full body workout 3 days a week. If you're more advanced, 4 or 5 days a week, looking at an upper lower split. And then as you really progress into that advanced slash expert mode and you change your mindset, then look at 6 days a week doing push pull legs, and then maybe even a seventh and adding some cardio. So with that being said, you have to develop when you're going to work out and develop the commitment to 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week. Now, once we've decided that, we have to have a mindset that we are not going to negotiate with ourselves. A couple guys that come to mind are going to be guys like Kobe Bryant and David Goggins. They've talked about when they set something in stone, when they write it down or they make a commitment to themselves, then they do not negotiate. Kobe Bryant said that he committed 1 year to working out super early in the morning, and it didn't matter whether he was sick, times were tough, it was after a loss. He had made a commitment and he had signed a contract with himself and he was not going to negotiate. And when you develop that mindset, then you will become strong-willed, will become thick-skinned, and it will really carry over to other aspects of your life as well. So the non-negotiation with yourself to commit to the specific time and the overall frequency of the week is something that you need to develop and commit to. Next, once you've done that, there's still going to be obstacles, right? There's still going to be those days where you just cannot do it. You don't want to do it. So how can we really figure out how to attract motivation, how to garner and kind of just filter the energy in the world, and figure out external ways to create motivation that in turn develops the discipline in us. And I've got 3 different techniques I'm going to give you. And I promise you, some of these will trigger the right things that will apply to your life. So the first thing I want you to think about as far as a technique is think about the results. Think about the long-term results that you're going to be getting. Maybe you're trying to develop your abs and it's a ab day. Think about when you're in the middle of doing some reps, what those are going to look like. Maybe it's a push day and you're working on your handstands. Think about the overall gratitude and the overall just enjoyment of life and your workout and the high that you're going to get when you're able to achieve that. A lot of times envisioning what it's going to look like when you do achieve something that you're going for starts to add motivation and get you off the couch and get you moving and get you in the right direction towards your discipline and your motivation, right? Next, if that doesn't work, or maybe going along with that, what I do and I recommend you absolutely need to do, combination of motivational reels and music. So just through Instagram, there's so much motivational videos on there. I accumulated about 8 or 10 videos and I screen recorded them, and I'll play that as I'm going to the gym, as I'm getting dressed, as I'm getting ready. This gets me in the right mindset as well. So I'm envisioning what I'm going to be looking like months, years from now through my training. Then I'm listening to these motivational speeches, these motivational videos. Then the last thing I'm going to tell you is I go into what I call robot mode. I tune in to my inner beast mode, you could call it. I tune out all external factors, all external distractions, whether it's stuff personally, at work. I got a ton of things going on, and I tell myself, none of that matters right now. All I need to do is focus on one thing after the next, putting on my shoes, stepping out the door, getting into my car, lifting this weight, going on to the next set, the next exercise, and to just go into robot mode and just do exactly what I need to do. So that combination between thinking about my future combined with motivational videos and music, and then having that mentality of I'm tuning out everything, I'm just locked in. You do all those things, it's hard to not have consistency in the long run. It's hard to not attract motivational, just energy to yourself and build up enough energy to get to your workout and get through something. You're not going to have perfect workouts every single day. You're not going to have perfect energy and motivation every single day. But if you're able to just garner enough energy to get to the workout, you'll find that often once you get started, it's easier to get going. And then you'll start getting more and more energy throughout the workout. And next thing you know, you've had an incredible workout when you didn't even know if you have it in you to even make it there. So if any of this has helped you out at all, leave a comment down below. Let me know what has helped you out. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. Check out my other videos. I talk about calisthenics. I talk about strength training, body fat percentage, lowering your fat, getting in better shape, men's health. If you're into any of that, you came to the right channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.